Well, good afternoon. It is Sunday afternoon, and I'm not sure if you can believe it or not, but we got another project lined up for today. I'm not sure how far I'm going to get on this one, but we'll give her a fair shot. You want to come along and give me a hand? Appreciate that. So, this is a shed that I built many years ago, specifically for my kids when they were younger. Because if you've had children or you have children, they tend to accumulate a couple toys, big wheels, power wheels, tricycles, bicycles, uh, squirt guns, you name it. So I built this shed in the hopes that it would be theirs and they would make it their own and they'd keep all their outside toys in it. Now, I know there's probably some of you out there that are watching this that have children and are chuckling at that thought because you and I both know now that kids never put anything away. They just don't. So, what we're doing with this, I did have this parked on the back of the property, and it didn't do anything except for collect hornets' nests and give squirrels someplace to dig under and die, and raccoons someplace to poop. It had nothing in it. It was starting to dilapidate. I mean, you can see it's not in the best of shape, but I mean, as far as structurally goes, it's actually in pretty decent shape. I mean, I did build it after all, so it's not going anywhere because I tend to overbuild everything. But with that being said, my wife made mention to me that she was kind of looking for a little garden shed to keep all the things, the little tools and straw bales, fertilizers, so on and so forth, for her gardening. And she was wondering if we could take this shed and utilize it for that. And I said, yeah, because actually it was on my list to tear down. And why tear something down when you can utilize it? So, what are we going to do with this thing? Well, some of it, I think I need to work on the foundation just a little bit. It'll settle. Some of what needs to happen with it, I've already done, which is open up the door a little bit more. So, a grown-up can comfortably get in and out of it without ducking down. So I've went ahead and I've cut this open here, and I'm in the process right now of kind of reinforcing it. I'm sorry if the camera's wiggling back and forth, but apparently I picked the most unstable spot in the place to set the camera up. But yeah, so we're going to reinforce a few things. I'm going to try to take this rung of this truss that I've got up and built there and kind of re-engineer this so it's still plenty strong, but is a little bit more ergonomic to get in and out of. So, I mean, the good news about it is that it's not, we're not carrying a ton of snow load with it and stuff like that. More than anything, it just needs to be functional. And like I said, I was going to tear it down. So whatever life and usage that we can get out of it is going to be good. So, yeah, I'm going to reinforce this here. Then, like I said, I think we're going to try to modify this truss a little bit. Let's build these, and I'll bring you in the garage so you can watch how I'm going to do that. Okay, so I went through all the pain and hassle of figuring out our angles and everything for our reinforced reinforcement gusset sistering on parts to make that front truss, actually it's a rafter now, a little bit stronger. And so I've laid it out, but it's on this 2x6, this scrap piece of 2x6, and I don't want the whole 2x6, I just want a little bit. So we're going to trim it down. And so I've marked out with a 2x4 on the edges and stuff like that. And then I've kind of come up with this little pattern. And we're going to go ahead and cut this out with the bandsaw. So this is my handy dandy bandsaw. It's a 14-inch, which 14-inch is the diameter of the bandsaw wheel, not the length of the blade. I can't remember what the length of the blade is on this one, if I'm being honest. I probably wrote it in here. I did not. But yeah, so we'll use this to kind of cut this shape out. I know it's hard for you to see because I'm repurposing some lumber that was in some sawhorses I made even longer ago than I made that shed. And I tore them apart because I didn't need them anymore. And I was tired of moving them around. But I know it's hard to see my line here, but you'll kind of see it as I'm going through the machine. God darn it. Never going to be able to reach that. Oh, Lord. How come every time I drop something, it's always like down in no man's land, not able to be reached by anything? God damn it. Dirty son of a... Oh, my Lord. Get out of here. Okay, well, that was dumb. And just like that, we have our little piece cut out. And now we've got two. So let's go put them on. Okay, well, I pre-drilled this one hole. So I got my little countersink bit here because some of this wood is it's older wood, so it's a little bit it's dried out quite a bit. So you want to pre-drill or you're going to potentially crack your lumber. Well, let's see if this one's going to fit. What is up there? Oh, there's a screw. Well, how are we going to deal with that, Matt? I don't know. What if we just force it? You know that never works. I know, but let's try it out and see if it will this time. Ah, balls. Well, naturally, I'm out of screws. All right, well, I got some screws here. So we can get back to work. Potentially. Allegedly. Hopefully. Oh. Oh, just, it's going great. Oh, for frig's sakes. All right, let me go get something to bust that tip of that screw off. See, what I really need to do here is go put my tool pouch on, but I don't want to. So I'm not going to. God dang it, there's another one in the way? Just batting 1,000 here. Now, do you want to cooperate? There. Just like that. Let's see if my screws. Nice. Yeah. So yeah, you can see that little gingerbreading I put on there just to kind of dress it up. I mean, it doesn't do anything. But oh yeah, I know it's still, the whole thing is still rocking a little bit, but it's because it needs to settle. It needs to settle. But that strengthened that up substantially. Let's look at reinforcing this in here. All right, well, I completely over-engineered everything in there, as is tradition with me, but uh, it's pretty solid. I don't think it's going to go anywhere. It's not going to fall in on anybody, at least not in the next year or two. So I think we're going to call that good there. And yeah. All right, well, I've got the shed done. I mean, I don't know what, we weren't really doing much to it to begin with, but I threw a fresh coat of paint on there. My daughter did this side, but as you can see, we've been moving into it, but there's nothing real special here that we're trying to accomplish other than utilizing something that was old and we weren't using to repurpose it and give it maybe a little bit more life before it needs to go to the trash heap. So I don't know. I think it's going to work out pretty good for her. My wife is happy, and as I've always said, happy wife, happy life. Well, it's getting to be Sunday evening. I've had chuck roast and a couple steaks on the smoker all day, and I think I'm going to go see what those look like and probably get ready to eat. Update on my diet. I'm down, I'm down 5 pounds. And I'm at the 2-week mark. So that's pretty good. Pretty happy with that. So takes a little bit. Takes about 2 weeks. It's been my experience, about 2 weeks to kind of go through the withdrawal and everything from the basically getting away from sugar, because your body looks at carbohydrates and stuff like that as sugar, getting rid of sugar, seed oils, stuff like that, letting your gut microbiome build back up and whatnot. And but then once you get going on it, it's an exceptionally efficient way to reduce inflammation in your body and to drop some pounds and just overall feel better about who you are, both physically, mentally, and spiritually. So I'm going to leave you with that, and I'm going to close this one out. I appreciate everybody watching. I'll see you on the next one.